Okay, so moving into the second part, the company expects to start the first quarter with 1,650 units in finished goods inventory. So they already have this beginning goods inventory of 1,650 or 1,650. Management desires ending finished goods inventory in each quarter to equal 15% of the next quarter's budgeted sales. The desired ending finished goods inventory for the fourth quarter is 1,850. So they give you this just because you don't have the following quarter or year two's quarter one. So they just tell you that instead of finding the 15% of the next year's quarter one, they just tell you 1,850 units are desired. And now we have the similar formatting. So I'm going to go to the next page in my textbook. This is the format that I'm going to use for a production budget. Remember, we're going back to the projected or the budgeted unit sales. So we're not using the total sales dollar or total sales amount, we're using budgeted unit sales. So we'll go back to that number. I have all my quarters. I'll put my budgeted sales, add desired ending units of finished goods inventory. And over here, this is 20%, but I want 15% of the following quarters sales. So I will have a 15% inventory. And then our ending inventory in quarter one becomes our beginning inventory in quarter two. And that can help us meet our needs, our total needs. So remember, ending becomes beginning. Very ending of quarter one, which would be March 31st at 11:59 p.m. becomes the very beginning of April 1st at 12:01 a.m. So the ending becomes the beginning, and then there are some assumptions there where they assumed amounts. They told us this assumed amount. And then our beginning becomes the beginning of the year. So these are some assumptions here with this red arrow, and I'll help you through this problem to get the full scheduled budgeted unit sales in our production budget on how much required production we need. So they give us, I set this up again, so we're doing a production budget. We want add desired units of ending finished goods inventory. And they said 15% of the following quarter. So I want 15%, 0.15, multiplied by the following quarter. So I want to have 1,800 units. We don't want to stock out. We don't want to make our customers angry. We want to just have additional units if we were off on our estimates. And so this 15%, I will also do 15% of the next quarter. So I can multiply by 15% and continue on over here, 15%. So that's where that arrow comes in with the 20% in this problem, but we're doing 15%. So I want 15% of the next quarter's amount of inventory on hand. So with my budgeted unit sales and what my safety stock that I want to have on hand, I have total needs. So I will do the budgeted unit sales, and then I'll add my desired units of finished goods inventory. And for this last quarter four, remember they said the desired ending finished goods inventory for the fourth quarter is 1,850 units. So they just told me that 1,850 units so that I can continue my budget here. So now I have my total needs. Now I'm going to less my beginning finished goods inventory. I don't have that until they tell me it. And so the company expects to start the first quarter. So my beginning finished goods inventory, I start the first quarter with 1,650. So I'm going to put 1,650 because they told me that's how much I had on hand. So we will take total needs minus our beginning. That beginning inventory can help us meet our total needs. And so the required production would be 11,150 units. Remember, the ending of the quarter one becomes the beginning of quarter two. The ending of quarter one becomes the beginning of quarter two. And same thing over here. So I'm just using this exact same number. I insert a shape, maybe an arrow. I'm just pulling this number right here all the way through. So the ending of quarter one at quarter two becomes the beginning of quarter three. And so that's why you see this arrow that helps you identify where the number is coming from. And then I'll use my formula, total needs, and then our beginning inventory can help us meet those total needs. And for the year, I can sum up all of these for the year. So the budget unit sales. And then there are the assumptions in there. So the ending, desired ending. So we won't want to sum this up because that wouldn't be accurate of how much ending. We wouldn't have 14 plus another 18 plus 21,000. That doesn't really represent what our desired ending. It wasn't always 21,000. Let's make sure my math is right here for, 20, it's not always 21,000. So we just take this ending and that will become our ending. So that arrow is an assumption. I'll insert another arrow there. This is an assumption here. And then our beginning 1650, that big arrow around, the beginning is the beginning of for the year. So you see that big arrow that makes the 2000 beginning inventory become the beginning inventory for the year total to have it be reflecting more accurately. And so now I've added those two and I will subtract the total needs minus the beginning, which was assumed, or we use the beginning at the full year. And so our required production for the full year, that's how we would complete this schedule. And we use the formula and the format given in the book to help us find how much required production we need in units to make sure we have the safety stock and our beginning inventory can help us meet the required production units. And so we've completed requirement 1 and 2, and hopefully this will help you for problems 7.1 and 7.2. Thanks.